you like don't like him at all, and you think that he should just suck it up and play for the Steelers. And so that if I haven't already given it away, we're talking about Le'Veon Bell. Okay, we're talking about Le'Veon Bell. A dude that I have been very frustrated with. I really wanted to see him play. I think he could have changed the game for Pittsburgh. Luckily, they had a guy like James Conner who could come in and just destroy everybody, do a lot better than expected. He like outranked Le'Veon the first 5 weeks or something like that. It was some stat like that. He blew him out of the water. Very good that they were able to back him up and have somebody to fill his shoes to a pretty close margin. Nobody really expected that, but nonetheless, it would have helped Pittsburgh if they had Le'Veon Bell back. At one point, he would have definitely been number one on this list, no doubt. But he's with New York now. He's with the Jets. He's going to be wearing those semi-disgusting new uniforms for the Jets. I still don't know how I feel about that. If you've been listening to this show for a good amount of time, you'll know that I'm sort of on the fence about most things, and the new Jets uniforms are one of those things that I'm not completely sure about. I haven't really made up my mind whether I like them or not. There's a few of them that I think are vomit, and a few of them that I think are pretty nasty. But anyway, Le'Veon Bell is definitely a guy that will blow you out of the water in terms of agility, speed, and just like vision. A great football IQ. He's also like a great pass blocker. His ability to just like see guys break through the line and be able to pick them up and protect Ben is amazing. It is really something notable and of high regard in this league to be able to pick up guys like that and protect your pocket passing quarterback. It's phenomenal to be able to do that. So the Jets aren't very solid in their run game as far as their offensive line goes. Probably rate them like a D+ or a low C as far as protecting their quarterback and in their run game. It's nothing to be amazed about. It's nothing like crazy. It's also not very, very terrible. It's just sort of that C, like it's sort of passing. Like you can do stuff. You can maybe put up like 100 rushing yards a game. Like maybe like you're in that 80 to 90 to 100 range. 110 is like a good game for your running back. It's sort of around there. It's nothing crazy. It's not making Gary Vee any more money. So, it's just one of those things. So Le'Veon Bell, he's going to add a lot, but it's sort of the same thing here with Mark Ingram. It's sort of that same dynamic where it's like, okay, you have a like highly skilled running back, probably one of the highest like skilled running backs in the country, or in the league, I should say, and you don't really have the protectability to go with him. He's also been out for a year. I know he's probably been doing some training, but when you lose a whole year of experience, you're sort of still going into it cold. I don't care how much you train. You're still going into it cold. Some people could say that he's going in with fresh legs. I don't know. It just depends on how you view things. It really all comes down to how he has prepared for it, what kind of training he's been doing, and hopefully I'm for him to do good. I want to see New York kind of get back in the conversation here, just to mix things up and switch up the division dominance there. So that's going to be number 5. Okay, all right. Now we're going in with our. Let's see, that was number 4, right? What are we doing? Are we doing? Gosh, I forgot. No. We're on number 4. We're on number 4. Okay, I think we're definitely have to be on number 4. Okay, coming in at number 4 is, well, it's somebody that is definitely a beast, like a staple in NFL running backs. This dude always comes up in the conversation. It's hard not to love him. I was watching his highlights this week as I was doing my research, and this dude is really a selfless player. There are times when it's fourth quarter and he has the ball. It's sort of a breakaway situation. There's people chasing him. He could score a touchdown if he wanted to, but just to kind of end the game, not to give the ball into the other team's hands. He'll just sort of run like horizontally and not score. That's how selfish. Not selfish. Oh my gosh, this guy's not selfish. That's how. Oh my god, all right, that's take 4. That's how selfless this individual is. Oh my gosh, got that out. Are we good? Is everybody okay? Everybody still with me? All right. That's how selfless this dude is. He gave up his touchdown in order for the team. He's a team player, and he did that for the team win so that the quarterback can just kneel, go home, take the locker room, ride the bus home. He's done that 2 or 3 times now. Talking about Todd Gurley on one of the most dominant teams in the NFL by far. I mean, they're looking for redemption this year. He's going to be hot. A dude that is sort of questionable right now, and that's really the only reason he's at the number 4 spot is because he's coming off of an injury. We're still not 100% sure as to why he didn't play as much in the postseason last year. He was sort of favoring his knee, and then after the season came out, it was confirmed that it was something with his knee. But it was so weird because we really didn't know like what it was that like why isn't Todd Gurley playing, like why is it something that he did off the field, like is he injured, because like the coaching staff and the press were coming out and saying that he was good to go. He was dressing out, he was ready. He had that one fumble, I think it was the last game of the season, and so he was just sort of, it seemed like he was either off his game or injured, and so they didn't play him as much. I mean, he got like a couple touches in the Super Bowl, a couple touches in like just the postseason overall. Really not anything amazing. So sort of sketchy, and we really don't know how he's going to be holding up. So that's why he's at the number 4 spot. He's going to be coming off of a, I guess, injury. It's still not completely sure. But like I said, they have come out and said that it was something with his knee. But that was sort of them going back on their statement that he was good to go, he was good to play. So it's all very weird. It's just weird. I don't know. I can't speak to that because I'm not on the team, obviously, so I don't know what's going on with all that. But Todd Gurley is still going to be a beast for the LA Rams, a team that is dominant in their conference and the whole league. They're going to win the division this year, no doubt. Jared Goff's coming back. He's probably going to throw for 1,500 passing yards. And that's like at minimum. That's when he's having mediocre games like throughout the season. If he's on top of his game, half the time he's putting up 2,000 passing yards, no doubt. At least if that's on average. So, dude is solid. He has probably not the most stacked, but probably close to it in terms of stacked wide receiver core. Like none of them are top 5 worthy, but I think all of them are just solid individuals. Like I think when you put them all together at the same time, it's sort of like an Alabama thing. And go back and listen to last week's episode, and you'll know what I'm talking about if you're not caught up with the receiving corps at Alabama. But it's sort of that same thing where it's like all these guys on the field at the same time are very hard to defend, and they're all amazing guys. We're talking about like Brandon Cook, and that dude can get open when you really need him to, and he'll make plays for you. He does it, long, short, medium. He does it all. And Jared Goff is very good at reading those type of situations. I think the big thing for the Rams is their ability to not turn over the ball. That was a big thing that they didn't have problems with very much in the season. There was that one game that Jared Goff threw like 3 or 4 picks, and it destroyed my fantasy game. But then for most of the season, he was putting up like 25, 30 points for me. So, definitely a huge compliment to that all season was Jared Goff and his ability to run the ball and just destroy people in open space and through the tackles. I mean, his vision is top 2 in the entire league. And his speed and selflessness really rounded out. But he would go higher if we didn't have that whole weird knee not injury thing, weird conspiracy. I don't even know what to say about it anymore. Going in to the number 3 spot, we've already said his name, folks. We've already said his name. His name's Alvin Kamara, okay? And don't you dare say that you pronounce his name Alvin Kamara, because I promise you it's not Alvin Kamara. I've heard it said like that, and it's one of those things where you just, like, it keeps you up at night because you're thinking, like, how can somebody be so dumb to think that it's Alvin Kamara? It's mind-boggling. It's one of those things where you're just, it hurts me. It hurts me to know that there are people out there like that. But so Alvin Kamara coming in at number 3. All right. Dude is going to have the spotlight. I forgot who it was a couple weeks ago. I can't remember, but somewhere along the line a couple weeks ago, and y'all have to remind me of it. It bugs me that I can't think of that. It was some player that we talked about coming into that star role. Like, this guy's gonna be it. It was Juju Smith. It was Juju Smith-Schuster with the Steelers. So that whole thing was with the NFL wide receivers. That episode, go check it out. I think it was week 3. But basically with AB gone, Juju was the next man up. He's going to be the star. He's going to be the whole focal point of that receiving core. This is the same thing with Alvin Kamara with the Saints. Mark Ingram's gone, a dude who you split time with. Y'all are the dynamic duo. Y'all just pounded and pounded, fresh legs every other play. Okay, now Mark Ingram's gone. You are the sole back. You are the RB1 going forward. And you're going to have to, first of all, your stamina is going to have to be up. Your endurance is going to have to be up. You're going to have to be sharp on every play. And this is a dude that did it at Tennessee. It's nothing that he's not used to. It's just going back to his roots. It's going to be a lot of run in the SEC, going back to that. He's going to be used to it. Of course, he's a great guy. He was great at Tennessee when he had to pick up for Josh Dobbs. I'm talking about, like, pass protection right now. When he had to cover for Josh Dobbs, it was great. And so now with Drew Brees, it's going to be sort of the same thing. It's, Brees isn't one of the best runners in the league. He's sort of a pocket passer guy, and we love pocket passers in the NFL on the show. I think they're a staple because there's so many of them, and so many of them are successful, and it's hard to be a dual threat quarterback in the NFL. It just is, and so give credit to the guys who can do it. While that side note's done, Alvin Kamara is going to need to step up and cover for Brees a little bit, and I think he can do that. And he's going to be that sole back. He's going to be the guy that the Saints are going to have to rely on when they want to run the ball every time. And he's a dude that can do it. It's no doubt. It's evident. His agility, his vision, his speed is crazy. He's not a crazy, like, big guy. He's very fast though. And he can do it. He can do it. That's it. That's it. He can just do it. All right. So that's going in at number 3, right? So we're on number 2. Yeah, we're on number 2. Okay. All right. Now I'm giving this guy, this number 2 guy, I'm giving him a lot of hope, because too many times in the NFL and college, we see somebody just do amazing things as a rookie. Talking about guys that just come in and just blow up their rookie year or their freshman year, and then they have the sophomore blues. It's a curse in football. Just your sophomore blues. Or you have an amazing third or fourth season, and the next season you're not good. You're just not good. You're not the same. You're not putting up, 100, 200 yards a game. It's more like, 50 or 60 a game with the occasional 130. It's just, so listen, knock on wood, okay? I really don't want that to happen to Saquon Barkley. I really don't. The dude, first of all, is just jacked. Can I say that on the air? Is that allowed? Okay. His legs are the size of my torso, all right? Just a beast, dude. He could kick Cristiano Ronaldo like into the upper like stratosphere, dude.